They weren't. The post office is saying they're delivered. You're saying you didn't get them. What do you want us to do about it? We tried to express to her that she needed to contact both her carrier, her mail carrier, and her local post office in order to resolve the issue. First thing that came to my mind was porch pirate. Somebody stole it. Really that simple.
Hey!
What's up, guys? So my last video was kind of like a rock opera. That thing was over an hour long. I didn't intend for it to be that long, but like I've explained before, what tends to happen is I don't do videos every week, so I'm trying to cram quite a bit of events into one video, and I think maybe trying to spice it up a little bit by doing a little intro and all that stuff too, kind of extended it by maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I haven't even checked the numbers on it lately. It's been crazy with work, my day job. And eBay's been steady. We have experienced a bit of a slowdown, but it's still kind of a steady trickle. There was a couple of days where there was nothing, and then that was actually, now I think about it, that was Labor Day weekend, and then kind of like later in the evening on that Sunday, or Monday rather, I guess, we got some things coming in, and then since then it's just kind of been a steady trickle, and we've been posting quite a bit of items now. It's funny, I thought, selling some stuff, we have over 1,700 items in our store, and I thought selling some stuff would kind of bring that down, but we've been sourcing and getting new stuff and posting it on the page and everything else. So we're up above 1,800, I think, at this point. So in an effort to keep this video short, I have I kind of want to go over, I haven't been able to go over with you guys what's sold out of our store. I know there are some people that enjoy that that part of the videos, to see what we've sold, what we got, and how much for, and what we've sold it for, just to kind of give you an idea. I'm not going to go through everything from the last time that I went through what did sell, but there's a couple items in here that sold that were pretty exciting. So let's see if I can go through and just kind of find, I was excited about this sale and I ended up canceling, was the Japanese manga. We have 3-4 lots of this manga, maybe more than that, maybe 6 or 8 lots of Japanese manga. We bought a couple of lots of this Japanese manga on an online auction.
It was our competitive days.
Yeah. So, but some of the weirdest things have been selling. Some stuff that we've been holding on to for a while have been selling. So we're always. It seems like we're always kind of antsy to get rid of stuff, but we have the space. So it's not that big of a deal. We'd like to see sales to start picking up at a nice clip here. But anyway, we found this, I'm going to screw up this pronunciation. It's a Larousse Gastronomique First American Edition hardcover, 1965. It's essentially a French kind of a gastropub type food cookbook, I think it was.
It was more of like a book if you were in school. So it talked about different methods of cooking.
So it was more of an instructional book. Very French. Even the titles is French, even though it says First American Edition. Anyway, we found that at Goodwill Bins quite a while ago. We've been holding on to that, and that finally sold for $25 plus shipping. Let's see. Candy got this vintage ceramic Pelican. It was it's a cookie jar. It's really cool looking. And I will post all the sale listings. I'll put them right here so you can see them. So this vintage ceramic Pelican, nautical wood, looking retro cookie jar. We got that back in October of 22, and we paid $12.65 for that, and that sold for $39 plus shipping. We sold some laser discs, which was quite an event here because we could not find them. We have converted the smaller garage into almost entirely our eBay store, or our eBay items. But back when we started this, we had some stuff stashed in the bigger garage. We have a section of that that's kind of, we were doing something with that for the business, and it's become completely unnecessary. So we're kind of going through that and getting rid of stuff. So anyway, this sale for Batman Laserdisc, it was a lot of 3. I'm Batman. And it doesn't say how much we paid for it. Those sold for $27.74. So obviously we sent out an offer just to get rid of that stuff, and somebody took it. A Low Pro, another estate sale find. This one we found in Lafayette. A Low Pro Nature Trekker camera backpack. We paid $18.75 for that at an estate sale, and that sold for $50 plus shipping. And that thing was damn near brand new. We have a brand new one listed right now that's waterproof, and I don't know why that one hasn't sold, but we go through our stuff almost daily and send out offers and so forth. So we always kind of go through and try to, we'll research prices and see if, because as you guys know, that stuff, it fluctuates. Things go in and out of style. Prices go up and down, so and sometimes the shipping does scare people off, which I wish buyers would just get in the habit of sending a message to the seller and saying, hey, is that the real shipping rate or whatever, because we have no control over how it's listed. So we try to pick a couple of options for shipping, but it has some enormous number on there, and people will look at that and go, no thanks. So I kind of see why. I don't know if this to be true, but maybe that's kind of a determining factor in why people offer free shipping and bump up the price of the product, because it can it does. We have had several people contact us and go, is that really the shipping? It's $100 to ship it to New York. So, there's not much we can do in those instances. Anyway, back to it. A Miller High Life. This was, you saw this in one of the videos, the previous videos. Or no. It wasn't in one of the videos, but I'm sorry, I was thinking about where I got this. We got this at an estate sale, and we paid up for it. Got into a bidding battle, and we got it. We paid $63.55 for this item. This was the 1960 Miller High Life bouncing ball motion light, light up. But it did light up. It operated. It just didn't scroll, so it didn't look like the lights were bouncing.
And then, FYI, the guy left feedback and said that the motor is working. It's just very slow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me.
Oh, well, excuse me.
So the buyer sent feedback and said that the motor does work, but it's just really slow. So at any rate, I had priced the motor. You saw in one of the previous videos, I had priced the motor. It was about $50. And it would have taken maybe an hour tops to replace it and have a And those things with working motors and everything else were those things were selling for over $300. So this one we paid $63.55 for, and it sold for $150. And we held on to that all of about 3 weeks, if that. 20 days. It sold on August 23rd. We got it on August 3rd. Okay, so moving on. Quite a few things have sold in between these items. I'm just trying to pick out some of the. We were happy to see some shoes fly off the shelves here. Some Nike men's Flyknit Air Max. Those sold. We got those for $20 at the Fairfield Goodwill. Paid up for those, and those sold for $40. So we doubled our money. This one was this sold came in, and I told Candy I was kind of surprised it sold anyway. I didn't think it was it's a cool shirt. Just the graphic on the front is cool, but and I cut being a drummer, I cut a lot of my shirts that I wear on stage just because I hate sleeves. But this one was cut almost perfectly, almost like it was factory cut. And I just kind of thought, there's no way this thing's ever going to sell. Boom, it finally sold. We paid $1.37. We found it at Goodwill bins. We paid $1.37 for it, and it sold for $7.05. So not breaking the bank, but not too shabby. Here's another Goodwill bins find that we got. This was and we've had this one for a while. This is a Major League Baseball, Levi's Major League Baseball Detroit Tigers long sleeve rugby style shirt. We paid $1.14 for that. Goodwill bins fine, and that sold for $25 plus shipping. This is really cool. Candy scored a boatload of Star Trek stuff. And she's been just wall to wall posting a bunch of Hallmark keepsake ornaments, some really cool ornaments that we got in this online auction. But this one was in one of the lots. Let's see, we got this. We held on to this all of 3 days, and it sold. This is a Star Trek talking alarm clock, USS Enterprise, new in the original box, 1994. That was a really cool piece. Yeah, I don't remember what it played, but it was really cool. Let's see here. Candy found this. It's a vintage 1998 Grateful Dead Dancing Rainbow Bears. That we've had that for quite a while. July 3rd of 22, we got that Goodwill in Napa.
I had it priced really high, that's why.
And we got that for $3, and that sold for $32.99. Let's see, a couple of perfumes that we scored on online auctions. We engage in a lot of online auctions. But we get really good stuff from the online auctions. I won't lie. Sometimes we pay up, and sometimes that pays off. I will show you guys here in just a little bit some stuff that we got from this last online auction that we did last week, and I just went to Milpitas this morning to pick it up. Let's see. So vintage Chanel number 5 that was probably about 60% full. That sold for where is it? $40 plus shipping, and we paid $4.30 for that. A Coach signature perfume, women's eau de toilette, was about 90% full. We paid $15.95 for that, and that sold for $19.99. So not much of a profit margin there.
There's a lot of them online.
Yeah,
It was an inundated market.
so in one of the previous videos, you saw our haul of bags: Dooney Burke, Coach, Tory Burch, and one of those pieces sold. Did this come in that?
What?
This the all weather the card holder, the leather card holder.
Yeah.
Was that in that? No, okay. So that was in that haul. We paid $9.20 for this. It sold for $25 plus shipping. This really cool shirt sold this. We had this for quite a while. Don't even know what we paid for it. I think we got this at an online auction. It was an Oregon Ducks tie-dye t-shirt, brand new, with tags, and it's college football season, man. So I'm happy to see some of that stuff go. Like I said, I don't remember what we paid for that, and we didn't list it, but that sold for $39.99 for a t-shirt. Let's see, something you saw in one of the previous videos, the Lululemon Run Pace Setter ruffled tennis or golf skirt. We paid $8 for that, sold for $34.99 plus shipping. This was brand new inbox, a Battery Daddy storage caddy. You know what they are. Anyway, you'll see it in this deal here. We paid $1.03 for that, and we sold it for $11.99. Let's see. Excuse me. Candy's been killing it here in the last couple of days. This stuff has sold. I had no idea. I don't even know where the hell you got. Oh, it says personal. This must have been yours. Obagi.
Yeah, don't list how much I paid for it. We lost money on it, but I just wanted to get rid of it because.
Well, that sold for $100, so it's $100 in the bank. It's an Obagi facial serum. So it was new inbox, whatever. So that sold for $100. Another one of the. Oh no, this is something you got this somewhere else. Oh, this was the one. So a new consignment store, more than a thrift store, opened up here in town called what's it called? Plato's Closet.
It's not new, and it's a chain thing. It's
Oh.
a Savers.
Okay, it's newish for them.
Don't be an ass. You're being
It's
an
like
ass.
never ending, you correcting me. Anyway,
Everybody knows
this
that,
store has opened. It's a more of a consignment store. We went in and picked up a couple of things. I think we picked up some shoes and stuff like that. Matter of fact, the Ed Hardy shoes had sold, and then they got sent back because I had the number, whatever. So anyway, this Coach black quilted long zip wristlet wallet sold. We paid $15 for it, sold it for $30. So again, we doubled our money. Candy went to an estate sale not too long ago. What was this, a couple of weeks ago? 8/26/23. And picked up a couple of things, not much. And this was one of them, and we were just talking about it today, where we're convinced that the people that were running the estate sale had no idea that this thing was worth what it sold for. Candy bought it for $10. It's a Lee Max Carrolltown Pine Ridge Ice Rink animated holiday village lights and sounds. Really cool. You see it in the listing here. Again, paid $10 for that, and it sold. It sold today for $225 plus shipping. So that's pretty good. And then a pair of my old cleats that I played football in, which, really letting them go at this price. They should either be hanging in the Hall of Fame or selling for oodles of dollars, but neither one of those options happened, so I had to let them go on eBay for $9. They are Nike Zoom Merciless football cleats, black and red. They're really cool cleats. As a matter of fact, I think I only wore these in about 3 games, and I blew my knee out, and that was the last time I played football. So somebody's getting a nice pair of cleats. Anyway, that is what has sold. You are caught up. There's a bunch of things that sold in between that stuff, but those are kind of the standouts. We have been sourcing a lot of stuff online auctions, but again, in an effort to kind of keep this video to a minimum, something we've had this issue arise in our store. It probably for you resellers, you may have experienced this already. It's new for us, and we have experienced. We get people all the time that buy stuff, they want to return it. Our page says we have a no refund policy, but that's loose at best. So people will say, hey, whatever the case may be. And 9 times out of 10, just in an effort to keep our customers happy, we honor a refund, and we just, whatever, send it back. We'll take a look at it once we're convinced that, you didn't buy this, wear it, and then bring it back. No problem. We'll issue a refund.
You might want to talk about, though, it doesn't really matter if you have a no refund policy, because eBay...
I'm getting there. But... again, being in retail, your main objective is to keep your customers happy. You want them to either be repeat customers or tell their friends about it. They go to your page and so on and so forth. Nothing is different from online sales to brick and mortar sales in that regard. Now, the caveat to that is, it's sight unseen, so we don't know our customers, and on a personal level. So we don't know if they're trying to get one over, or a lot of times I know we've bought stuff from online, and whatever, one of them was damaged or something, and we contact the seller and say, hey, whatever the case may be, and they say, just keep it, I'm going to issue a refund, don't worry about sending it back. I think that happens quite a bit in online sales, and I think that people have figured out that they can take advantage of that. They will buy things from us as online sellers and then think that, hey, I'll just complain about it and they'll issue me a refund. Now we're a little more diligent in that we will say, send it back to us, and if it's something that we feel is a little bit sketchy, we'll make them pay for the shipping of sending it back. We won't issue a shipping refund or a return whatever. So anyway, we go through all these steps to try and keep things honest, and we try to keep our customers happy. And here's a perfect example. I know I mentioned this in our last video. This is a Fox Racing jersey. It's got the little fox there. It's a really nice jersey, but it is pre-owned. It was listed as pre-owned. It's vintage. When we sold it, the buyer got it and immediately hit us up and said, hey, it looks like something was spilled on here, like coffee or something. And he attached a picture, and I said, okay, well, maybe I guess I missed it, whatever. We got it back. I said, send it back. We'll go ahead and issue a return label and send it back to us. I'll take a look at it. If it's if it's a valid complaint, we'll issue a refund. We got it back. You really got to search for the stain. I mean, he must have gone over this thing with a fine-tooth comb and found the stain. Be that as it may, there was a stain that I missed, and I didn't snap pictures of it, and I did not list that in the description. So we went ahead and honored a refund. We got the item back. I took pictures. We're going to relist it. Whatever. It is what it is. Now, that brings me to this issue that is kind of ongoing right now. And Candy's going to have to help me again, remind me of what this was. So we had a customer purchase I'm just going to say a pair of pants. She contacted us and said, hey, what's the deal with the pants? Did you ship them already? so on and so forth. I think Candy looked at the tracking info and it said delivered. So long story short is the buyer is trying to place all responsibility on us as the seller, stating that, well, she didn't get it. In which Candy and this buyer were in correspondence in messaging on the eBay page, and we're going back and forth with the post office is saying they're delivered, you're saying you didn't get them, what do you want us to do about it? We tried to express to her that she needed to contact both her carrier, her mail carrier, and her local post office in order to resolve the issue. First thing that came to my mind was porch pirate. Somebody stole it. Really that simple. Excuse me. She's very upset. She's not very happy. She was not happy with our correspondence. She was not happy with the fact that we were saying there's nothing we can do about it. We shipped it. The post office saying it's delivered. What can we do on our end? There's nothing more that we can do on our end. And even in saying that, Candy went above and beyond and contacted the post office, asked them to look into it, so on and so forth, to no resolve. So I sent her a message as just a final correspondence and saying, explaining to her there is nothing more that we can do. It's really, it boils down to that. It is out of our hands. Now she's trying to accuse us of saying that she received the item. We never said that. We said that the post office is stating it's delivered. Now there's a difference there, and it's two different words with two different meanings. So we never said that she received it. We said that it was delivered. Now the problem is it's still ongoing. Am I right? She hasn't contacted us again.
No, but she left a
right. So with all of that being said, I said we're not going to correspond about this anymore. We've exhausted all options. End of story. If you want to correspond anymore, do so with eBay. There's nothing more that we can do. We even called eBay after that, explained the situation. The representative from eBay said the same thing. You've done your due diligence. There's nothing more that you can do. You're protected by eBay, I guess I would say, kind of paraphrasing there. Now we kind of knew this was forethought on Candy's parts, and even asking the representative from eBay, if she leaves negative feedback, what do we do? Can we have it removed? Can we whatever? Yeah, you're fine. And I was sitting right here when Candy was talking to her, and what I heard was, you are protected. There's not you did nothing wrong. Yes, you can request to have it removed. Lo and behold, the customer left negative feedback. Was it negative or neutral?
No, it was negative.
Okay, negative feedback, spewing a bunch of crap on the feedback page and so forth. That simply was not true. So we contacted eBay to have that removed.
Not via their website. The directions she gave us was to go on eBay and ask for a removal.
So I don't know if you heard that. So the representative, when we talked to her on the phone, directed us that we have to go on the website and file for a removal that way. and they basically came back and said they are not going to remove the feedback because it doesn't violate any of their
They have the right to their opinion.
whatever it is. I don't have it up right now, so I can't tell you verbatim what it says, but essentially they're not going to remove the feedback. Now, we haven't called them yet, and I will say, so far to this point, I've been happy with eBay's response when we have contacted them with certain issues. But my one complaint about eBay as a structure, and I will say this, that I've always, there's a lot of people that complain about eBay's fees and so on and so forth, and you will be hard pressed to find, and I have not done the research, but just as a former businessman I've been in business for myself, this is the easiest, the quickest, and probably the cheapest business at least I myself have ever run. And that is in large part that the fact that eBay has structured this platform the way they have structured it. Now, with that said, if you're going to set up this platform and have these online transactions happen, this has to be an even playing field, and it simply is not, because we have had to go around with eBay a few times because their initial response is to favor the buyer, not so much the seller, in which that's kind of counterintuitive in my opinion, because we've gone through all the steps to set up now that's not to say that there's no fake accounts on eBay or fake stores or whatever, but in large part we've gone through the steps to open the stores and to source product and to post it on there and so on and so forth and all this. Now, why would I do all of this work if I was just some shyster out there trying to screw people over and make a couple of bucks? It doesn't seem, I hate using the term fair, but it's not. It's not a fair playing field. When we have an issue, it seems like we always have to go back to eBay and say, hold on, we have to tell our side of the story because your initial response is to believe the buyer. In which most cases, that's not true. So it's I'll say this for you resellers out there: document everything. Document all your messages with your buyers. Document everything. When you contact eBay and you talk to them on the phone, Candy keeps a book. We write everything down. And what the issue is. They all have their separate little areas and so on and so forth. Who we talk to, when we talk to them, what their response was. Because there is a chance that you go back and talk to somebody else and they just say, hey, well, I don't have any record of that, so you're screwed. So just document everything. This issue is still ongoing, but just beware out there. We know, and Candy can kind of sniff this out. Shady people often reveal themselves, when they're trying to get something for free. This was probably one of those times where the radar went off, and it was like, it's an automatic accusatory correspondence to us that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing and everything else, and kind of changing words, and my message to her was, those two words, delivered and received. We never said you received it. We said it was delivered. So just kind of protect yourself as a seller would be would be my message. Candy really wanted me to talk about this in the video just to kind of raise awareness to it. Is there anything else you wanted me to cover on it?
No, you'll update when you find out if you get feedback.
Yeah, like I said, it's ongoing. There's nothing more, as far as the transaction is concerned, there's nothing more that can happen.
She put in a request for refund through eBay, like a complaining about
Right.
it, and they I guess found in our favor.
Okay, so she did, Candy's saying that she did file for a refund from us through eBay, and eBay did side with us in saying that that's not our fault, so there's no refund to be had. We have had an instance before where, and it was, we had a transaction. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we were not going to issue a refund, and we did so much as to express that to the buyer, and eBay issued a refund, and it pissed me off. But so anyway, just protect yourself as a reseller. This might be a hobby, it might be whatever it is for you. I stand by what I say is there's no such thing as a part-time reseller. This takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort. Extra time that you have that you could be spending with friends or family or kids or animals or whatever, you spend here, and this does consume a lot of our times, and it starts as a hobby, and it quickly can grow out of control and turn into a job. So we have 2 jobs essentially, at the least. So treat it that way. I've seen some of you guys on YouTube that we watch that say the same thing. Treat your business like a business, and protect yourself and all that stuff. And I do. I really do want to reiterate that to any of you people that are resellers. Protect yourself. This is a business. This is your time. It's your effort. It's your everything. So protect yourself. Don't just give in. And I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your business, but for me, everything has a monetary value. My time has a monetary value. Candy's time has a monetary value. So everything that we do has a monetary value. We just spent $300 on a new printer because our printer took a crap. We need that for our business. With that being said, protect yourself. We will keep you posted on what happens. We'll keep you posted on how this saga ends and how eBay kind of resolves it. This video went on a little longer than I thought it would, as usual. I have been accused of being a blowhard in the past. Just ask a lot of the kids that I coached in baseball. Anyway, thank you so much for all the support. I didn't get to what we sourced and what we bought. I'm not going to drag this video on any longer. I will do a separate video. It's funny because I was sitting down, I was like, man, I got to get this in that video and this and that. And I had this epiphany. I was like, hey, I have a GoPro. I can do as many videos as I want. So instead of trying to cram everything into one video, I'll do you guys a solid and I'll break them down into shorter videos. My apologies for the longness of the other videos. Anyway, thank you for the support. The eBay store is JC Mercantile. The Poshmark store is JC Merc. There is absolutely nothing on the Etsy page yet. I'm getting there. But thank you all for the support. Thank you to everybody who's buying on the page or on the store. Candy's killing something in the background.
I've killed Andre. I need your help.
So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, everybody, for everything, and we will see you on the next one.